你就看它，如果是你去看，再不好看，可以。然后呢，你就要看，你要加那个镜头。你看老师说，对，好，我老师啊，你看老师，我看不到老师啊，有时候镜头跑掉了嘛，你跑去，然后看不到老师，好像就像我们镜头要低一点哦。他们一样是不一样，我们不一样。其实是可以拿这个，可是通常我们标记给他了。好，然后这样。 以及用到自己自己他公司大使建检查上面的那个这样子那个同意包，然后我们他们是装的，对，这样子以后还有一个地方是女方不需要。
Good morning.
Amen. Hey. This is what Thank you. Hopefully she didn't. Sir, can we discuss about assignment today?
Today mainly is assignment. We go through the section one by one. More or less, I'm giving you the answers, I think. But you have to elaborate from there. Whatever we discussed today, to expedite, chances are, the discussion is going to be minimum. But just your questions on how to elaborate, that's all.
Do we have to do research methodology or?
Hey?
Research methodology.
For this assignment?
Yeah, I was wondering.
No, research methodology is made for your dissertation.
We did it for our managerial accounting, so I was wondering whether.
No, you don't have to, but you have to do some literature review. This is an assignment. This is not a thesis or dissertation. Methodology is required when you have to collect data. So you have to do induction method or deduction method. Or you have to look at the pattern and whatnot, and then statistical inference. You have to use standard deviation to support your findings, whether your hypothesis is true or not true. So that's what I understand. Research methodology. If you want to use this for your assignment, it will take you months. Moreover, this assignment is only 30 marks. You better concentrate on the exam. And the number of words?
It's 2005.
2005, isn't it? That's very small. It's very small. Usually it's 4,005. If we go to thesis, for master, I think it's 10,000.
So much?
Yeah.
No, that's 2005.
For doctorate degree, it's 45,000.
Wow.
Some people go to 100,000.
Can.
You can. Hello? The class in Johor, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
You can, okay. Has everybody come? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So has everybody come already?
Not yet.
How many?
One more. Still left one student.
One more student, okay, right. Yeah, we'll start in 5 minutes time then.
Okay.
Are you working?
Yes.
Okay, so you taking this course as professional?
I think, yes.
You think so? Okay, so which one you'll be taking? ACCA. So after you finish this, you go to advanced stage P paper, isn't it?
Do an exemption from the SCA.
I mean, your course definitely is ACCA.
Yes.
I mean, this is ACCA equivalent,
Yes. But
a foundation course.
But we need to apply the exemption from the SCA.
Yeah, I think it's automatic given anyway when you apply.
Hopefully.
This syllabus I think is in line with ACCA syllabus. So when you apply, more or less they have already mapped it. Once they map it, it's automatic granted. So you don't need special accreditation. One thing is that my comment about this course is that um, they emphasize a lot on preparation of accounts, which you don't need that in real life now because everything is taken care of by software. You don't need to prepare this, but you need to know the principles of RAS, IFRS, which you should do or which you cannot do. But they don't emphasize that. Morning. Yep. Take a seat. We'll be starting soon.
words, a lot of them have. Then they come in and they come in. One shot taken. Assignment. You see? That's all I need. He's saying you were very only participation. If I didn't do research methodology, I would have given you all the more specific on my calculation. And now he's telling me dissertation only research. Seriously?
Let's start. We have 3 hours. In these 3 hours, we try to condense to do 2 things. We walk through the assignment, section by section, the requirements, and the background. Then the second session, we'll walk through the preparation of account. Now, what I'm suggesting is that I'm going to give you, instead of giving you examples, I'm going to give you the past year question. We walk through one account. After that, I'll give you more past year questions. We go home and do. Next week, we come back and we finish off, I think about 4 or 5 questions from the past year questions. Then there will be 2 more years of past year questions that you can do it on your own. And then this third one, for the 4th lesson, we walk through some of the theoretical principles and whatnot taught by Stuart when he came here. And then the last lesson, revision again, will be either past year questions or questions taken from ACCA. Yeah. Now, Stuart has mentioned that this year's examination is very mathematical. That means here, whereby it's all about mathematics, preparation of financial statements. So I noticed that in the past few years, the exam questions basically concentrate on partnership accounts, companies accounts, income, cash flow, statement of cash flow. And after that, one question on theory, one question on something like they ask you the prudence concept or the conventions and whatnot. So I think as long as you can concentrate on these 4 broad topics, chances are maybe you can score 50%. Now assignment is 30 marks. It's only 30 marks. Because basically this assignment is, so it's all about either you know or you don't know. Yeah. Okay, the question. This assignment question. The assignment question, the objective of financial, or we call 100, set up financial reporting framework for entities preparing financial statement coordination, regulations, or accounting standards applicable in the United Kingdom and Republic of Ireland. Now, this paragraph is taken from FRS 100. They just copy and paste. This is the opening. Yeah. what you need to do for the assignment is assess. The question is why there is a new standard. Why there's a, we have so many standards. Why replace? The word is to replace. It's not to amend or change. It's to replace the existing UK accounting standards. That means it's a complete change. The old standards are all wiped out, deleted, no more. You cannot use it anymore. So this is a new standard. Everybody must use it. For limited companies, now it's not for partnership. It's for limited companies, small and medium-sized companies. Yeah? And illustrate, okay, demonstrate how the new standard will impact on UK financial reports. Now, if we were to break it down, the why, okay, the how, and the impact. So, the first question is the financial reporting standard FRS 100. Now, there are few standards there. When it was introduced in 2012, there were only 3 standards, FRS 100, 101, and 102. And then subsequently, new standards came out. To date, there are about 5 or 6 of them. Now, you may not have to concern the latest statements because these statements are quite specific. So you only have to concern FRS 100. Yeah. The numbering is very important. Okay, note 100 is very important. It's different from FRS 1. There's another FRS called FRS 1, 2, 3. We call it single digit FRS. There's an OFRS. The new FRS is always 3 digits. FRS, then 3 digits. This is to differentiate between FRS old version and FRS new version. So 3 digits is the new one. You notice that in Malaysian MIA or MASB pronouncement, they always use 3 digits as well. Yeah, 3 digits. They don't use 1 digit anymore. The 1 digit is the predecessor, the successor of IAS. Yeah. Now the history. Okay. Before that, let's go to the marking scheme. Now, these are the things that they want to see. Okay. You have to discuss the objective of the statement. They will give you 10 marks. Discussion of the principle, 20 marks. This is the main one, where the question is, they require you to have why, the impact. This is 40 marks. This one is 40. And then you have conclusion, 20 marks. Conclusion, I leave it to you. I will not touch on the conclusion. You should be able to form a conclusion after you discuss 1, 2, 3. So I won't talk about this. You have to talk about this. This is on your own. I'll only bring you to this, this, this. And then this, another 10 marks. I think the last lesson I've shown you how to do it by using Word. Now, if your references are not in order, then I won't give you full mark. Okay? Now. Okay, now, Financial Reporting Council. How do we start this? In every country, the accounting standards are not set by accountants. Okay, you have to bear that in mind. ACCA does not set accounting standards. No, it's a contradiction in life. Accountants are not allowed to set rules. That's the law. It's funny, isn't it? It's your own rules, but you cannot set the rules for the rest. And you are most qualified. Accountants are actually more than qualified to set rules. But under the Companies Act, all countries right now, they will not allow accountants to set rules. So what they do is that they form another body, and that body will only set rules. They will not accept membership. They will not train accountants. So there is a separation of duties right now. Accountants train accountants. The rule setters set rules. Yeah. So in this case, is that the rules of the accounting reporting accounting standard in UK is set by the Financial Reporting Council, or FRC, in the UK. Before FRC, it was called IAS something, ISB, I think IASB. Then before ISB, it was called IASC. So this is a history. Afterwards, we walk through the history. But all you need to know is that all accounting rules are set by FRC, because you hear this word FRC very frequently. Yeah. Now, currently, what is UK new GAAP? GAAP, UK GAAP. Now, there's a difference when you talk about this standard. If you say UK GAAP, you are referring to the old standard. The new standard, we call it UK new GAAP. UK new GAAP. There's a word. This is a new word for it now. Yeah, you cannot say UK GAAP. I'm using UK GAAP. That's wrong. Because UK GAAP is no longer in use. No more use. Okay. Yeah. Now, since if your accounts, the new UK GAAP commenced on 1st of January 2015 this year. So any accounts that's before that, they have to use UK GAAP. Any accounts starting from 1st of January 2015 or after, they have to use UK new GAAP. Yeah, there's a difference. So don't mix it up, because in exam, this is the word, the keyword that you must use correctly. If you think that you are talking about UK new GAAP, but somehow unconsciously you say UK GAAP, that means your answer is wrong. Yeah. Now, UK new GAAP. What are those UK new GAAP? UK new GAAP consists of IFRS, and has to be European Union endorsed. It has to be European Union endorsed. Now, if it's accepted in United States, it's not part of UK new GAAP. It has to be European Union adopted IFRS. It's adopted by the, there's a law council in Brussels, in Belgium. That is the headquarters of European Union. Yeah. European Union has a few headquarters. The Parliament is located in Belgium. That's the European Parliament. They make laws for all European nations. It's not UK. Yeah. Most people think that Switzerland or London is the site of the administrative centers for European Union. That's wrong. You have to get the facts right. European Union is very huge. Now, more or less, Belgium is the headquarters for almost every administrative centers in European Union. That's why a lot of people, like in Paris or in Germany, sometimes they insult the Belgians. They say these bureaucrats from Brussels. Brussels, it's the capital of Belgium. They always like to use this word, that those nuts, those technocrats from Brussels. They are from the headquarters. Okay, now UK GAAP. The one that we mentioned about UK GAAP, the old name, consists of FRS 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, and 105. Up to today, today. So what are these FRS then? Later on, we'll look into some of this, especially 100, FRS 100. So for FRS 100 to 105, everybody must use the FRS from now on, except for FRS 105. 105 will start in 2016. Yeah. Then another part of the UK new gap is FRSSE, Financial Reporting Standard for Smaller Entities. This is meaning for SME, small and medium-sized industry. Then there's another one coming up next year. It's called Micro Entities Legislation. That will replace FRSSE. So for the time being, 2005, you have to use FRSSE. So today we are in 205. That's why our assignment will only touch on FRSSE. Don't talk about the micro entities here. Micro entities actually is 105. So this one will go away next year, no more. Then will be replaced by 105. Sounds complicated? It is complicated, actually. It took me a while to understand this as well. Now, you will only understand most of what they are talking about if you know how to set the rules. If you know how to set the rules, then you know the sequence and why this came about. So you must know the history first, the background, how it evolves, and how it's set. IFRS. IFRS. Stands for International Financial Reporting. Actually, the body that sets IFRS is in London. Yeah? It was used to be in Switzerland. Then somehow they changed the committee to London. So with all the nations in the world. That's why it's called International Financial Reporting Standards. That means that this IFRS will set the standard. After that, it will give it to each country. For example, that now there's a standard, a new standard, or let's say earning per share. So the international body look at the earning per share calculation, how it will affect the profit and loss. After that, they approve it, then they give it to, let's say for example, to Malaysia. So they will give this standard to Malaysian Accounting Standard Board for adoption. So the Malaysian board will look at the standard, see whether it's suitable for our local environment. Yeah, see whether listed company can use this or not, or whether it has impact on the stakeholders. So they will do a lot of discussions and whatnot. There will be two outcomes. One is they say that's suitable, so they adopt it. Once they adopt it, becomes any standard for earning per share. This is how it works. Yeah? So the history of IFRS is that from 1966, there is this the need as far as accounting is concerned. So they decided to form a body in 1973. Standards to be used all around the world. Before 1973, everybody has its own way of doing things. China has its own accounting standard, which means that your revenue and your costing is different from Malaysia way of measuring. So it's the same business, it's the same company, but the results different. In China, they don't use accrual accounting. They never use accrual. They use cash basis. So when you have a cash basis, there's a huge difference in the profit figures. Whereas Malaysia has its own way of doing things. Singapore, same thing. Australia, New Zealand, and their formats all different. So if you are a multinational company, when you have companies in China, in Singapore, in Australia, all these entities come in Malaysia, so to a body called International Accounting Standards Committee. This is an international body that is located, I think it's in Switzerland at that time, in Switzerland. Yeah. Now you may wonder why Switzerland can't speak. The Swiss people they don't use English. Yeah. Geneva, let's say Geneva. Geneva is in France. It's French area, so they only speak French. They don't speak English. So if you are from Davao, I think Davao is Italian. It's an Italian region. Switzerland is divided into 3 languages: Italian, German, and French. So, but anyhow, from 1973 to 2001, IASC, International Accounting Standards Committee, they publish a lot of IAS, International Accounting Standards. So these standards were adopted locally by countries like Malaysia and Singapore. You notice that somehow, for some reason, our MASB is not very strong in setting standards. So you say that almost about 90% of our accounting standards are photocopy from IAS, just photocopy. They never change it. The wording also is the same. The format, everything is the same. So that means that our standard in Malaysia actually has already complied with international standard. This is what it means. China, as far as I know, that they have never accepted IAS. So if you go to China, chances are your IAS knowledge, you have to learn everything all over again on the Chinese GAAP. Yeah? Chinese GAAP is quite simple, actually. In my view, it's quite simple. But Chinese are not very complicated in their business day. The country is big. The people are complicated, but they are very simple. They are not complicated. So the IAS definitely, if you know IAS, you can handle the Chinese GAAP. And then they decide about then they form another. This is the one sitting in London. They are a lot of IAS. So when they come up with the IFRS, there is a clash between the principles. IFRS will always be the one that we pick. Yeah. So we will take over IAS. Now, IFRS 100. Okay, FRS 100. The name of FRS 100 is Application of Financial Reporting Requirements. Let me see if I get the full names. Yep. These are the names FRS. So FRS 100 is called Application of Financial Reporting Requirements. 101 is called Reduced Disclosure Framework. 102, the Financial Reporting Standard. Now, I put a line here because these are the first 3 that will concern us in the assignment. 104, 103, 105, you don't need to touch on them because they are very specific. They are specific to industry. Like insurance company, they have to use 103. Yeah? 104 is interim financial reporting. That's for public listed company. It's not for is first. The assignment will not pass. That's the bulk. Okay, the standard. That is where all accounts supposed to be packed. 101 only talks who should use 101 or when laws and all this is very the software can do for you. That's why you don't need accountant if you want to do maths or accountants anymore.